Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone to rule well, and Shalom to all the brothers doing the work, telling the truth. Yeah. Basically, just covering this article is on what? C19 local lockdowns can't be ruled out to curb spread of Indian variant in places like Bolton and Blackburn, Hancock. So, with it's funny. When they started the easing, like March or whenever it was when they announced of the lockdowns, they said there's no way they're not gonna they're they're not gonna there's no way they're going to delay the lockdowns unless something significant. And it was essentially, and well, that being said, well, anyway, just with how all the other eases have gone, it's always been slowed up anyway. And then like the fact that what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? The fact furlough scheme still goes on till September as well. Just gives you the idea that another lockdown isn't off the cards. And lo and behold, it's on Sky News. It's saying, Hancock saying it again. And Boris kind of got asked about it, and he said, we're not taking it off the table. So, with people people are done, man. People have been done from last summer, man. From last summer, it's been a wrap. People that didn't get a chance to go on holiday, people that ain't really had a chance to go out and let loose, they've been, making it, surviving by the skin of their teeth, man. They've barely been able to hold on, because the whole culture, like the British culture, especially around general work, is like the 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and then on the weekend people go absolutely nuts, drink a shitload, go out, party, do drugs, all that. That's the coping method that people have had in the UK. That's been life for most people. So with how like the lockdown's gone, all that's been gone, and it's like they kind of held it down for a little bit. But hey, this previous lockdown, people have been bouncing off the walls already, and it's just like everyone's looking to jump on a holiday as soon as possible, and getting smashed tomorrow. Tonight. Today's Monday. It's just gone into Monday, and this is the day when the indoor seating is open. People are gonna be going absolutely fucking apeshit. Because why? They're like, they're just looking to basically get some relief, some stress relief, man. Because they're fucked. They're all bugged out, man. They've been fucking sitting home, ain't been able to do shit. Been going to fucking secret parties and meetups, surviving barely on there. They might have got fucking arrested and fined or some shit if they get caught with the wrong one. They've been waiting for this shit, and now it's like, the curse word lockdown is being thrown out again. So yeah, people are gonna lose it, man, and means any and every solution that's pushed out by Esau is gonna be accepted wholeheartedly. People are gonna jump on it, man. Health Secretary Matt Hancock has not ruled out imposing local lockdown restrictions in places worse affected by the Indian variant of C. In Bolton, where a number of people have ended up in hospitals with the Indian variant. The vast majority of these patients have been eligible for a C jab and have not yet had one, Ms. Hancock said. The health secretary added, "If you're eligible for the jab, if you're over the age of 38, please come forward because we know the jab protects you, and we know with a high degree of confidence that the jab will have an effect against this new variant too." Yeah, and what else was it? There was I just saw as well. Apparently, Alex Jones was bringing out that apparently the vast majority of people that work in like the parts of the health service that have essentially been setting the narrative around the jab. Like, I think they said 50% of them haven't taken it. This is like people working within like the health services and government sections that kind of interface with them, like the CDC and whatnot. 50% haven't taken it, which is fucking hilarious. If because that just it really shows you, because it's like, as far as for the jab, it's like they've from the onset, it's been a marketing move the way they've pushed it, and yeah, it's not the uptake of it hasn't been well among the target areas, which is mainly Jake. The uptake's not been there, so we'll have to see what they do, because I think like making it mandatory for like military, government, police, nurses, etc. only a matter of time. With a higher transmissibility than the Kent variant, which drove the UK's deadly second wave, there are fears that the Indian variant could derail England's final roadmap step of lifting all restrictions on 21st of June. Yeah, which is that's what, just over a month, yeah. So it'll probably be about like what, 5 weeks. So we'll have to see, because I'm expecting it to be like, maybe they might just go through with it, just because otherwise people would be fucking rioting on the streets on June 21st. But then they'll have it run for a bit and then just be like, nah, lock it off. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it says what, there's so far been more than 1,300 cases of the Indian variant found in the UK, with Mr. Hancock warning it is becoming the dominant strain in places such as Bolton as well as Blackburn. Although he said tomorrow's stage 3 easing of lockdown restrictions across England, allowing limited indoor mixing between households, would still go ahead, the Health Secretary said it was too early to tell if the fourth and final stage of England's roadmap would go ahead as planned. Yeah, so it's essentially not been confirmed. In their video, yeah, see what.
We've seen just over 1,300 cases of this Indian variant. It is becoming the dominant strain in some parts of the country, for instance in Bolton and in Blackburn. And
this guy looks like a lying piece of shit, man.
They're in smaller numbers, much lower numbers in other parts of the country. One of the advantages we now have compared to the past, compared to December when we saw the Kent variant coming up, is that we have the vaccination program, as you mentioned, but we also have this incredible testing and surveillance system, so we can see these cases.
Incredible, yeah. When wasn't someone getting fucking investigated about that incredible system, and asked if the roadmap could be altered to see different restrictions in some parts of the country to others. Ms. Hancock told Sky News' Sophie Ridge on Sunday's show, "We don't rule that out. The approach we're taking in Bolton and Blackburn is absolutely piling testing and vaccinations to try to keep on top of this."
But he's clearly really, really worried about indoor...
Holy shit, these men have... Okay, hilarious. Ms. Hancock pointed to the difference between now and December when the Kent variant was discovered and pushed, yeah. So, it's about the max. And, yeah. Hey. We'll have to see how it goes. Because, as far as for, yeah. It's people are gonna be absolutely rabid, but then yeah, especially if they get a taste of it, they get like a little 2 weeks to go out and do their thing. They might get to go on a trip, come back, whatever, and be so-called refreshed. Then it'll be like, okay, now we're locking down. But if you get the max, then you can still operate to XYZ level. Then boy, people are gonna jump on it if they say, okay, you can have things open, but it's gonna be like you need to have, the vaccine passport, vaccine certificate to participate. People are gonna jump on it. It's really what it looks like. You're gonna be seeing people getting pushed in heavily in that direction. Second Ezra 15, and 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. Yeah. So there'll be sedition among men. It says, what? They'll not regard their kings or princes. Them leaders, them rulers, they're not going to be regarded. And that's really that rebellion, man. That sedition. When everything. And the thing is you're seeing it as well, spiking because of what's going on in the state of Israel with the whole Palestine situation. These men, that shit is spreading, man. There was holy shit. There was a clip one guy in the world sent me of North London. I can't remember exactly what area it was, but it was just like someone riding around like 3 cars, and they had a speakerphone. They had like the Palestine flag and Free Palestine. What do you call it? Posters like poking out their car windows, and they were just saying like, "Yo, you know, kill Amalek, and rape their daughters." Like, man, we're just blasting that on speakerphone out in public, and the guy who posted on Twitter was like absolutely terrified. I was like, yeah, that's how rabid it's getting. Imagine that vibration's going out off the back of this conflict going on. And this is something, especially when you're dealing with like the West Bank, that's just been going on for the longest. No one really giving a shit. No one really gave a fuck. Bare people are just like find out now, like, oh my god, it was the first time I found out. I didn't know. Blah. I'm like, well, yo, that bruv, I remember that shit was going on from when I was a youth. So it's like it's funny as hell. People really don't know. It's everything now. It's intensifying. And why? Because hey, at the tail end, these things are building up that chaos, and the implantable microchip, the vaccine, Esau's New World Order. These things are gonna be the soothing balm and that great reset they've been speaking of, saying we have a great opportunity. That's what Esau, these elites among Esau, these banking families, elite banking families, are trying to bank on this to to get their plans in. That's their desires, man. But hey, they're gonna be frustrated, man. They're not gonna complete the enterprise. But yeah, leave it there. Shalom, Yabashim Yashab, Shalom Kakadash Bakta, Shalom.